Video of the time when Caitlin Clark beat the men's Iowa basketball team is going viral. Most people didn't believe this story, but she scored 22 points in 2 minutes against them during a scrimmage.
So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. They basically just volunteer their time, and I think we were down 15. So
now when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes. So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
I'm sorry.
We had a high school girls basketball team there that day. So we had a little audience, and we were up in our practice gym, and they were like jumping out of their chairs, going crazy. It was funny because we had a high school girls basketball team there that day. So we had a little audience, and we were up in our practice gym, and they were like jumping out of their chairs, going crazy.
Caitlin Clark got asked about this by David Letterman.
Usually I never react when something like I hit a big shot, or like I do, but never in like a shocked way. After like my 5th 3 in a row in like a minute, I was like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't believe it. I was like running around, and we ended up winning. And
down by 15 points with only minutes left, Caitlin Clark didn't panic. She didn't hesitate. Instead, she unleashed one of the most outrageous scoring rampages ever seen, dropping 22 points in just 2 minutes.
So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
I'm sorry. 22 points in 2 minutes.
Leaving everyone in total shock, including herself.
She is highly likable. I think that lends itself to her popularity is she comes across as somebody that's really just respectful, likable. There's other players out there that just don't come across that way.
For one in your heart, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark.
This story didn't happen on national television. It didn't happen in the NCAA tournament or the WNBA finals. It happened where legends are quietly built. Inside a practice gym at the University of Iowa.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT!
She signed my jersey! I'm so happy, I'm crying, I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
There was this moment, a scrimmage that would turn into basketball folklore.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
Most top programs, the Iowa women's basketball team had a men's practice squad. These weren't pro athletes or former college stars. They were regular Iowa students, volunteers who loved the game and were athletic enough to give the women's team tough competition during practices.
The extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
Today, the energy in the gym was different. There were guests watching, a local high school girls basketball team sitting in the bleachers, there to get a glimpse of their heroes. But what they got was something much bigger.
Caitlin Clark's team was down by 15 when she began knocking down three-pointers.
Caitlin Clark's team was down by 15 points against the men's squad. And for a moment, it looked like they weren't coming back.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
Caitlin Clark's already considerable legend continues to grow. Thanks to David Letterman and Netflix, the WNBA star appeared on the latest episode of Letterman's program, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction.
Splash. Nothing but net. Most players would celebrate a shot like that, but for Caitlin Clark, that was just the warm-up. Seconds later, the ball found her again. This time she stepped even further back, near the logo, and launched another one. Bang. The crowd of high school girls watching in the gym started to lose their minds, but Caitlin wasn't done. Not even close.
He was asked about Caitlin Clark.
Coach Krzyzewski.
The practice session has taken on near mythological proportions in the 5 years since it was played in Iowa City. ESPN's Wright Thompson wrote about it for a March 2024 profile of Clark, talking to teammates, coaches, and student managers who witnessed the performance.
Some thought it was a myth, others swore it happened. But then, video proof showed up. Even David Letterman brought it up during his Netflix show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. Sitting across from Caitlin Clark, jaw dropped as she told the story herself. Letterman couldn't believe it. Neither could ESPN reporters. Neither could fans watching online. This wasn't a staged event. This wasn't charity defense. This was Caitlin Clark staring down a 15-point deficit against a gym full of guys and deciding she was going to rewrite the story right there on that hardwood floor. And what happened next? Nobody, not even Caitlin herself, was ready for it. What happened next is the kind of thing that sounds made up until you see it with your own eyes. Down 15 points. Clock ticking. Game slipping away. But Caitlin Clark didn't blink. She caught the ball at the top of the key and let it fly from way beyond the three-point line.
Well, she's terrific, and it'd be easy to build something on her because she's the best thing she does is pass. She's a magical passer, and she has a great feel for the game. So, I mean, what her coach did, I would have done exactly what she did. Make sure she handles the ball a lot, and she'll make everybody better. And what I was amazed with at how she's handled all the defenses, and then when she got into the WNBA, some of the negativity that was out there, or jealousies. And I think she's just been remarkable. She's a really good basketball player.
Clark went on to become the all-time leading scorer in college basketball history, men's and women's, with 3,951 points. Of course, she was the WNBA Rookie of the Year and scored over 19 points as a rookie.
Proof that when Caitlin Clark gets cooking, it doesn't matter who's guarding her. Man, woman, practice squad, pro athlete. If you give her an inch, it's already too late. Now, whenever a story like this surfaces, especially when it involves a generational talent like Caitlin Clark, you already know what happens next.
I think that experiencing it, I love Caitlin Clark fans, but Caitlin Clark fans is different. They C-Square, shout out to the gang, different. They are very passionate people, and they gonna ride or die.
Listen, Caitlin Clark is a god to her friends. She does no wrong. Do not play. Do not play with her fans.
Let's just say C-Square, I'm happy I'm on the right end of it.
We on the right end of the stick, baby, because
I hate to be.
Listen,
because
they love us right now. But if we go right left, it's over for us.
Yeah. Caitlin Clark fans, I love you back, I promise. Please stop.
Yeah.
Her fans. But the one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans that I can't appreciate, they'll go anywhere she go.
Oh, they gonna travel.
She
gonna travel.
And
right there.
Right there I just think it's super dope though, because it's they would literally go anywhere she go, and so she's built that kind of platform. And damn, that's lit.
22 points in 2 minutes. From deep range, just by being hot or lucky. You do it because you spent years mastering your craft. You've put in thousands of hours in empty gyms when nobody was watching. You've trained your shot to feel automatic no matter who's guarding you, and let's be clear, this wasn't a meaningless scrimmage with everyone jogging around. Caitlin Clark's team was down by 15 points. The men's practice squad wasn't letting her walk into shots. They were trying to win. They were getting physical. They were doing everything they could to stop her. It didn't matter. That's why this moment holds so much weight.
They gave us a gym that I paid for, not entirely, but they took money out of my check and I paid for it.
You better get the fucking full usage of that.
Man, I got hot tub, cold tub, weight room, full court basketball, Ron. I walk in today, I'm on one side working out, Caitlin Clark on the other side.
Really?
I look at myself, there you go, two fucking legends, Patty.
Did you say what's up?
You know I say what's up, but I'm not the type to say what's up to interrupt your workout because I don't like people to interrupt mine. She can shoot the shit out of it.
And the WNBA assist leader this past year.
She can shoot the shit out the ball.
She's a great shooter.
And she's one of those workout people, got to think, anytime I hit the court, I got to hit that bike. I'm older now, so I got to get on that bike and stroll for a couple 5, 6, 7 minutes. So while I'm strolling through the park, I'm looking at her shoot it. And she's one of those shooters where if you know as a gym rat, you guys know, damn, bro, why you throw that pass bad? Give me the ball in my chest. I'm like, oh, she's a gangster also.
She's lighting people up.
Throw me the ball the way I want it.
What drill was it? What drill was she running?
I don't know. She was doing a 2 in a row corner wing. And if you miss, you have to go back to the next spot. And if you missed again, you have to go back to the starting spot. She had a nice drill. I'm literally still in it.
That's nice.
And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right. So she was shooting the shit out of it. And
she's the face of the league.
Agreed.
Scoring 22 points in 2 minutes against male defenders from deep range under pressure isn't impressive to you, then maybe you've never picked up a basketball in your life. Because real hoopers know, real hoopers respect it. That moment didn't just silence the critics, it added another chapter to the growing legend of Caitlin Clark. And something tells me she's just getting started. And that right there is why Caitlin Clark is not just a great player. She's a once-in-a-generation phenomenon. Anybody can score in a practice. Anybody can hit an open shot here or there. But what Caitlin Clark did that day wasn't normal. It wasn't lucky. It wasn't overrated. It was legendary. 22 points in 2 minutes against men from distances that most NBA players wouldn't dare to pull from. And she did it with heart, with skill, and with a fearless mentality that champions are made of.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
This story isn't just about basketball. It's about what happens when talent meets preparation. It's about proving doubters wrong without saying a single word because your game speaks loud enough. Caitlin Clark didn't need a packed arena to shine. She didn't need cameras or crowds to show up. When the moment called for greatness, she answered. And if this was just a practice scrimmage, imagine what the future holds. Records will fall, history will be written, and Caitlin Clark will be the author.
I have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know, us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to K.
Now it's your turn. I want to hear from the real fans. If you believe Caitlin Clark is already one of the greatest we've ever seen, drop it loud and proud in the comments. Caitlin GOAT, because that's exactly what she's becoming, right in front of our eyes.